Alrighty guys, today we're going to solve a first world problem, which is going to be putting this massive turbo under the hood of this E92. Do you need an RB or what?
Yeah.
I might have one.
Where?
For the right price.
What price? No such things either. Give me the dollar amount.
Sus things are the only thing I trade Red Bulls for. No, I have one in my X5 if you want one.
Okay.
We'll trade later.
No. Trade with other people around. Seems like crap.
So, hurry, it's heavy. Alright, so this is where placement of the turbo goes. I have a jig piece that I mocked up and tacked in a little bit ago. So basically what I do is I'll get the turbo where I want it, suspend it. I'll put a T4 flange on the turbo itself, I'll bolt it down. And I usually run a piece of rod that'll go between the head flange and the turbo so it holds orientation and distance and everything else. So it is basically like taking a snapshot of where it fit and then being able to take it to my heatsink and build a jig around it. So keep watching and I'll show you exactly how what the next steps are. What? See, it worked. What the hell's your problem, bro?
That's upside down.
What's upside down?
Flange.
You know what, dude? Don't piss me off today.
Well, you got that booty ass flange on there.
Which one? What booty ass flange? This? It's a jig flange.
Yeah, it's a booty.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't need to be anything good. Fucking straight trash.
It is trash.
I know. I'm not using a good flange.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the jig all built, and from what it looks like, running the size of turbo that we're running, and the engine that it's going on, I don't really feel like a long runner manifold is going to be the move. I think I'm going to go with something shorter, something that'll build boost quickly. This is the AR on the exhaust housings on these with the turbine wheel are so large that we don't have a drive pressure problem, and running a long runner manifold isn't going to really benefit a whole lot on this. So I'm going to do an E36 style manifold where we do shorter runners in the front and we'll do as short of runners as we can in the rear, which is a lot different than what I typically do on N54 cars, because normally what we do is we'll run long runners to kind of keep back pressure at bay. But with this, the turbine housing is so big, like nothing matters. The only thing that's going to matter is delivering exhaust gas to the turbo as quickly as possible to reduce lag. Okay, so after spending all day trying to get this kind of figured out, we're at a point now where I have a collector, a T4 flange, and the collector going to the flange. So this basically allows me to kind of move forward, and I have the turbo placed now. I tested the turbo, it fits on. Now I can start actually welding and figuring out all the nuances that are going to go on with this kit. This is going to be a really compact manifold compared to what we typically do, but it'll work really well for what we need. Here it is all on the motor. As you can see, we got the engine up, and you can see how everything's going to come through and across. So this all should actually work out pretty well. Tomorrow I'll have all the runners done, and I'll be able to start welding it. So far I've gotten one bank finished up in terms of mock-up. As you can see, it's as short as possible. I kind of want to keep this to be, again, a short manifold just to, you know, help with boost characteristics and spool up of this turbo. So next bit of business will be adding the second bank and checking clearance inside the car. I got the manifold all wrapped up. As far as fit and finish goes, I still got to weld it out. But we got the manifold in place, got the turbo in place. And this is a, so this is a C-frame turbo, not a D-frame. I had said D-frame earlier. This is C-frame. C-frame is like G42, GT42 style turbo. So this is about as big as it will fit in this chassis, period. This actually fits under the bodywork. The location of the turbo is clocked, kind of funny. However, it does fit the 4-inch downpipe. It fits a V-band compressor cover, no problem. And the runners are straight shots as much as I can possibly do in order for it to still fit with the downpipe. This downpipe will probably reduce into a 3.5 inch as it goes through the chassis, just to ensure that it's not going to smoke wires or burn the valve cover up. However, it is good enough to make a lot of power, like a lot of power. So this is going to make basically be the absolute limit of what any N54 or N55 engine is ever going to do. After getting all the parts welded up, I went back to the chassis to put this manifold back in. I needed to make sure the turbo fits still, which it does, so we're good. The second part is I had to do the wastegate stubs, and these are not traditionally how I do wastegates. I typically like to have a wastegate on the manifold or as close to the manifold as absolutely possible. These ones I had to go a little bit longer. They'll still control boost fine. There's plenty of drive pressure because these 1.5 inch up pipes. So that's fine. And then these wastegates are basically staggered so we can put dump tubes on them and everything fits in the chassis. This is a rear wheel drive engine that we're doing this for, so everything should fit fine. And then we'll probably, I think the owner wants to do an up pipe out the hood, so we don't have to worry about any of the runner placement on this particular one, but in the future, if anybody did want to go G42, I'm able to build it now because I do have a jig to work with that. So now I'm going to just take these guys off, weld these, cut holes in the manifold, weld those, test fit it one more time, and then I'll weld all the runners to the flanges on the cylinder head. Basically, that'll allow for all movement to happen before we're locked in on the cylinder head flanges. Because, you know, there is a possibility of things twisting and turning just a little bit as you weld, and we have no room for any error at all, so we have about 1 degree of deflection that we could go either way. If it goes any more than that, it's going to hit the chassis and hit the valve cover, so this has got to stay exactly locked in. Alrighty guys, so you got to watch how a manifold goes together and what steps are taken when you do custom manifolds. This is something that we do on every custom manifold job. So when people say, well, you know, like, I don't understand why it's so expensive. Now you know, it's a lot of steps, it's a lot of going back and forth from the fab side to the lifts, putting manifolds in and out of cars. Like, it's a lot of work and it requires a lot of foresight when you build them. So there's a reason why manifolds do cost what they do cost. And I'm glad I was able to kind of showcase what it entails. And here's our finished product right here. We've got the manifold. As I explained in the video, it's divided, T4, it's, you know, blah, 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 short runners, all this other good stuff. I appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe, comment, like, share, do everything you can to kind of help support the page. We appreciate it. We appreciate the growth that we've had in the last month and a half that we've really kind of been trying to push some more videos out. Keep watching, guys. We got a lot more projects coming up, and enjoy. Thank you.